Hello and welcome back to Cracking the Cryptic. And well, I thought it was Saturday, I thought I would be avoiding the construction noise today. And of course, what's happened? But there's a protest at the Israeli embassy, which isn't as far away from me as I would have thought. And I've got a helicopter that's been hovering above me all day. So I've postponed as long as I could. I've watched the cup final. Congratulations to Leicester City. And that'll make Neil Talbot, our longtime friend and collaborator, happy. Delighted for him. But annoyingly, this helicopter will, I think, be nearer and closer during this video. I hope it doesn't make too much noise for you. There's literally nothing I can do about that. It's supervising the protest, I believe. Anyway, loads going on and around the channel. We have a couple of crossword videos. Simon did a Dave Gorman puzzle today, and that's on the main channel. I did a Difficult Times crossword earlier in the week. That's on Patreon. Also, of course, on Patreon, the Build Your Own Sudoku puzzle hunt that was our monthly reward puzzle. And congratulations to a few more people who have solved it. Alfonso Molina, Johan Mackay, Lee Domini, and Matthias Becker. Well done to them. Fantastic effort to get through that hunt. One person recently remarked that it had taken him 9 days on and off, and he literally couldn't believe that anyone had it done in 5 hours. But that was genuine. So well done to everybody who's got through that hunt. I mean, a tough piece of work. We've got a couple of hunts, or no, that's not fair. A couple of collections of puzzles in the works that I think will be really popular and accessible. That's what I believe at the moment. We'll see what happens when they come to fruition. We've also got the Arrow app in the works, and that is not going to be coming out this week. I believe it is not coming out, whatever Steam says, on the 17th. I think it'll be out towards the end of next week, probably Friday, probably everywhere. Although I may still get fooled because maybe it gets released in some places before others. Android and iOS and on Steam. So do check in for that. If you need something to do before then, plenty of other apps available. And you can play this puzzle, which is from Leiran, who sent it to us a little while ago and says that it did a lot better and proved more popular than he expected. It was only his second puzzle ever, but it's been on the Discord server for a while. And as I say, proved incredibly popular. It's called Sharpshooter. The rules are these, that we have Arrow Sudoku and Killer Sudoku, basically. If you know how those work, you'll be fine. But basically, the numbers along an arrow add up to the number in the connected circle. And digits in a cage add up to the number given and cannot repeat. Normal Sudoku rules apply. That's it. We don't need anything else for this puzzle, as far as I'm just checking the rules. Yes, digits on an arrow can repeat if allowed by other rules, although I'm having a quick look at the arrows, and I don't think that applies to any of them here, frankly. So, unless I've got something wrong, don't worry about that bit of the rules. Okay, do give it a try. I'm going to give it a go now. Let's get cracking, see what happens. Well, this is really interesting. I think this is probably the point of the puzzle, is that loads of the arrows are confined wholly or partially within cages. So here, this 16 cage, if those 3 cells add up to that one, well, they must be half of the 16 total, and that must be the other half. So I'm going to fill in an 8. And there must be a 1 on the arrow. It's either 1, 2, 5 or 1, 3, 4. And that's a nice easy start, 1 digit in. Here we've got 5 plus that equals that. So this is either 1, 2, 3 or 4, and that is therefore 6, 7, 8 or 9. Those two must add up to 5, and they're part of the total on the arrow. Maybe there's nothing else that's quite so helpful as that. Okay, let's have a look at some of these combinations. Right, 5 arrows on these 2 circles. Now, the least that these 5 arrows can add up to is 15, because you have to use 5 different digits since they're all in the same column. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 adds up to 15. And that means, since we know this is 6, 7, 8, or 9, this has to be at least 6 and could be any of those higher digits. Now, these could both be the same. They could both be 9s and this lot add up to 18. But that much we know, that this is 6, 7, 8, or 9. Where else do we go? This 15 cage and that arrow's interesting. Yeah, okay, this can't be as low as 6. Can it be 7? No. If this was 7, the most these two could be is 4 and 2 to make the arrow work, and that wouldn't be enough for the 15 cage. So it's 8 or 9. It could just be 8 if they added up to 7 and that was a 1. In fact, if it's 9, they must add up to 6 to make the cage work, and that's a 3. So that is either 1 or 3, and no, it's not, because one of these is 1. So look, we get that that's a 3. So if it's 8, this is 1, 4. But if it's 9, oh, hang on, no. Yeah, it can't be 8 and 1, 4. Sorry, I'm only thinking of that in terms of the arrow. That doesn't work for the cage. This has to be a 9, and these two add up to 6, which means they could be 1, 5 that way round. I'm bearing in mind this one thing. Oh, wait, I've got more than that down there. Now that I've got a 3 there, I know this set is a 1, 2, 5 group, and that fixes this. Beautiful. So that's a 4. That's a 2, so the cage works, the arrow works. That's lovely. Can we read across to here? This could be an 8. Oh, this is always going to be even, isn't it? So that could be an 8. Those two add up to 8. 3 and 5 or 1 and 7, that's 16, and this becomes a 4 if that's an 8. If this is a 7, these would have to be 1 and 6. And that would have to be a 6 as well, so that's not going to work. Let me just check that. If this is a 7, these can't be 2, 5 or 4, 3. They'd have to be 1, 6, but that would also have to be 1, 6, so we can rule out 7. If it was a 6, they would be 1, 5, and that would be 8. So one of these has to be an 8. It's either 8 there and 4 there, or 6 there and 8 there. So this isn't an 8. So this isn't a 3, accordingly. What about this 19? This obviously is adding 3 different digits. So that, again, 6, 7, not 8, because we now know that's got to be in one of those 2 cells. I'd better pencil mark that so I remember. If it was a 6, oh look, down in this column, 4, 3, 1, 2, 5, 8. So these others are 6, 7, 9. And look at that triple that we've suddenly produced magically in row 3. Does that tell us what's in the 11 cage? It can't be 6, 5, or 7, 4, or 9, 2. It's 3 and 8. That's beautiful. So then we've got a 1, 5 pair in this row. That's got to be here because 2, 4 are in the box. And then we have a 2, 4 pair. Can this be a 4? Yes, 6, 8, 4, 1, 5 there. It can. Now, how about here? 1, 5, 2, 4, 3. Can this be a 3 with a 2, 1 there? Yes. And it can be an 8 with a 2, 6 or a 1, 7. Okay. This one, I don't know. I don't really have much clue on that. Oh, how about this? Can it really be a 6? Then we'd have 1, 2, 3, 5 there, 5 there. If it's a 7, 1, 2, 4, 5 there, 5 there. If it's a 9 though, 1, 2, 6, 5 there, or unfortunately 2, 3, 4. And then we don't really have any control over those, so that doesn't work. Oh, hang on, we've got a 3 here and a 3 here. So where's the 3 in row 1? It's in one of these cells. So we can forget that being a 6 because we can't put 2 3s there. And now we know 8 there, 4 there, 3 is up here with 5. This is 6 or 7. It can't be a 1 because that's a pair. And then over here we do have a 1 in one of those cells. And that's very nice because now the 3 cannot be in the circle because we can't put a 1 in there. So 8 there, 3 there. This can't be 1, 7 or 3, 5. So it's a 2, 6 pair. That resolves the 4, 2 pair in row 3, which I could much more easily have resolved using that 4. 2, 6, 8, 3, 4, 9. Scanning like a stormtrooper as ever. 5 and 1 and 7 there. We get a 6 there. This is a very clever puzzle, the way this all works together. Right, 6 there. So, quite a lot of the top section done. 1 must be in one of those 2 cells, along with 7 and 9. One of these has to be 6, which either means 1, 2, 3 is there, or that's a 1. And I don't know which. If that was a 1 with 2, 3 there, this would have to be 4, 5 with a 9. Ah, it does just work. Oh, that can't be an 8 anymore, so that's not 3. Now, I haven't really looked over here, and actually this is quite interesting. Look, this cell is the sum of those 2. And 15 is the sum of those 2 and that one. So the sum of those 2 is 15. So that can't be 9 or 8. So this is 6 or 7, and that must be 8 or 9. This is 6 or 7 as well because of this little arrow. These 2 add up to 8 or 9, not using a 5 or 4. There's far too many variants of that to work on. What's going on with this then? If it was a 6. If it was a 6, this would be a 5. And the 2, 4 pair that would put here wouldn't let the 5 cage be filled. So that's not a 6. Now. Oh look, here's something interesting. This cell can't be the same as this cell because where would it go in column 9? It can't go in any of those and be 6, 7 or 9. So this one goes in one of these. Oh, interesting. Does it... I suppose it could be on the arrow if it was 6 or 7. Can we limit this at all? I've looked at it a few times now. If that was a 6, we'd have 1, 2, 3 here. One, 2, 3, 6, 5, 4. That would become 8. We'd have 6, 8, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 9 down here. 8, 2, 1, 6. I think it works. And therefore it's probably right, but now if this was 9 and this was 4, this would be 2, 3. Oh yes, only one of these possibilities makes this 1, 4, and that's this being a 7, 2 there, 1, 4, 9, 3, 6 here for a 9 at the bottom. If that's 6, we get a 1 here, that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 and 9. This has to be 4, 5. We get a 9 again. If it's 9 with a 4, 2, 3 there, we've used up 2, 3 and 4 and 9 in the column. So this now is going to need a 1 on it. Oh, but it could be 1, 6. I nearly ruled 7 out of that cell and just failed at the end. Okay, I need to find something else. Right, if this is a 7, these add up to 8 without using a 7 or a 5, so there'd be 2, 6. If this is a 6, they add up to 9 without using 6, 5 or 4, 2, 7 or 1, 8. Okay, that doesn't get it done. What am I missing here? Oh my God! I haven't even looked at this 19 total. I've just been focusing on what would fit in row 3. That insanity. If that was 6, and they add up to 6, that would have to be a 7, which is not possible. So forget that. What about 7 and 1, 2, 4 is 14, then it's a 5, and 9, 18, then it's a 1. Right, so that's not 6. Now that mattered for some reason. Yes. Yes. Oh, that is gorgeous. This is beautiful. Right, why does that matter? Well, that matters because where does that, whatever, I'm going to colour it, whatever this purple cell is, where does it go in this box? Well, it doesn't go in those cells because it's there. It doesn't go in those cells because it's too big. So it goes in one of those cells. And then where does it go in box 9? Well, you might say it could go in one of those 2 cells. But the only way it could do that is if it was a 7, and then this would be a 9. But the problem with that is this would be 7, 2, and the 9 would need a 2 here, and you'd have 2 2s in the box. So that is absolutely beautiful. The whole thing that I'm saying is now we know it doesn't go in those 2 cells. This is the purple cell. That is 7 or 9. And look at that little pair that creates looking straight across there. That is gold dust. I love it. That is so clever. Class in a glass from Leyran there. So that looks across here. This becomes a 6. That means we knew one of those was a 6. What does that mean? This adds up to, oh, this becomes a 9 because these 2 add up to 9. They're either 2, 7 or 1, 8. I don't know which yet. This pair adds up to 9. That's not that useful. Oh, but in this column now. Oh, hang on. That's a 1, 7, 9 triple. This is where 6 is. Bingo. 2 and 3 there. 4 and 5 here. Now we know it's a 9. That's a 2. This purple cell is 7. So this is 7. Because it must go here somewhere and there. This is good. I didn't expect that to be a 7. 1, 2, 4 there. 5, 1, 9. Take 9 out of those. And we are flying along into beast mode here. 6, 8, 5, 1, 2, 4, 3, 9. Oops, 3, 9, 7, 8, 6. 1 and 2 aren't in this column, so they're here. So that places a 5 here. That was obvious from the 1, 2, 4. Triple as well. We get a 5 and 4 to place here. 6, 1, 2. This is a 7. Take 7 out of those. In fact, we know which way round they are. 9 and 1. 4, 5, 7, 2, 9. We've got a 1, 6, 3 and 8 to place down here. 2, 7, 1, 4, 5, 6. This is 3, 8 and 9. Don't know how they work yet. What else do we get? Right, 6, 8, 3, 2, 9, 7 across the bottom. These are from 1, 4 and 5. They must include a 1, in fact. So we know that's not 1, 8. That's 2, 7. We get 1, 3 and 8 here. That can't be a 1. This can't be an 8 now because 1 can't be there. This adds up to 18. So, and it can't be an 8, 1 pair because that's a 1, 3, 8 triple. So we can put 3 in there. 6, 1, 8. Okay, we are flying. 97, 6, 1 and 4. No. Oh, the 3 is looking across the cell, across the grid at that one. This is where 1 goes. That can't be 3. 6, 3, 5, 1, 2, 8. That is 9, 4, or 7. I don't think it can be 9 because this would have to add up to 6, and it can't use a 2, and it can't use both a 1 and a 5. So it's 4 or 7. 6, that's 8 or 7. Keep thinking I might find a beautiful naked naked single somewhere. 2, 3, 6 now. 8, 1, 3, 6. So what is this consecutive pair? It's got to have an even number, which has got to be 4. So that goes there with a 5 here. 5, 4, 6. So that fixes this. 7, 2 and 9 there. How did I know this had to have an even number? Because once these are consecutive, because that's a 1, a consecutive pair always has an even number, and both of those cells see 2, 6 and 8, which is another very pretty aspect to this puzzle. Really elegant stuff. Right, these two add up to 8 to make up the 15 total. So obviously they don't include a 4, they are 3 and 5. We get the 4 in there, that puts 5, 4, that fixes the 5, 4 arrow. We can take 8 out of there. We're going to have to look down into this from the top to fix these. That has become a 2. That 2 fixes the 2, 9 pair over there. Take 9 out of that, take 8 out of that. 8 is now, no, hang on, that's not a fair deduction. 7, 6, 3, 5, 1, 2, this has become 8. 4 here, 9 there, that does fix the triple. 9, 4, 8, 1, 2, 3, 5, 7 and 6. One of these, okay, don't know about that. 6, 7 and 9, right, let's use that 8 down here. This can't be an 8. Ooh. What am I missing here? 4, 8, 1, 3, 2. So 5's in one of those. Oh, look, we can place the 9. There we go. That's the last 9 in the grid. 5 in one of those, 7 in one of those, and 6 somewhere there. So we've now just got these left to disambiguate. It's probably very easy at this point. Right, 7 is looking at that cell. 2, 1. Oh, and look, 3, 5 was actually disambiguated before. Just need to scan it right to pick it up. 3 and 1 there, 6 and 8 there. That 6 fixes this whole thing. 7 and 6, and that is a lovely finish to a really pretty puzzle. Great work from Leiran. You can see why everybody was keen on that puzzle. I mean, it's not too difficult, but it is really good fun all the way through, and the deductions feed around in a beautiful circle. And some of those things, like why 2 couldn't be in both of those places within the box, or rather why that couldn't be a 7 and this be a 9, therefore. That was very elegant. So really nice piece of work from Leiran. Enjoyed that a lot. Hope to see more from him in due course, and hope to see you again soon on the channel. But for now, I shall say goodbye for now.